Shalom. Kohala Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, to the Akim doing the work in truth and sincerity, as well as the few Agwat that listen and learn. That's Brother Shuar, the quick lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Just something I was meditating on in the spirit. And the whole planet, the planet Earth needs a cleanse. It needs to be restarted. It needs to be replenished. Because the earth right now is under the rulership and in the hand of the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. As pursuing to Job 9:24, right? And, basically the Lord has done this to punish his people, to punish the so-called Negros, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the Israelites. So he's given dominion to the wicked to basically show us, this is what happens when you don't, follow the law, statutes, and commandments that I gave you. And this is what happens when the earth is governed, by wickedness. So we can appreciate righteousness, right? And the only people who are going to understand this, in these times that we're coming into, is the elect of the nation of Israel, the remnant that the Lord has ordained that he's gonna save. Right? So this is where we're at, man. We're at the point where, if you can't see that this world needs new management, that this world needs a cleanse, then you're a part of the problem. And that's how a lot of Israelites, they're in that mentality that they're content with this world. They're content with being, free slaves and basically, having a little freedom here and there to, if they can smoke a little weed, the woman can get their hair done, get their nails done. They could travel, here and there, go to clubs and party, and deal with a woman. If they could do these things, man, then to them, they're content. They're happy with that. But no, man, our people are destined for much greater things, man. We're destined to be the kings and the rulers of the planet Earth. We are the greatest nation, out of all the nations of the earth, the Israelites, the sons of God. These things are really beneath us, man. But like I said, the only people that's coming into that mentality right now is the house of David, the elect. So, the point basically is this devil got to be taken out of power. And this is exactly what the Lord is coming back to do, man. The Yahweh Shai is coming back to destroy Babylon the Great, which is America. Destroy this whole beast system, the infrastructure Esau has set up, because that's also, America and also various cities connected to NATO, that Esau is basically running throughout the world. So there's certain parts of the world that's also going to get destroyed as well. But not like America. Babylon is going to be made a wasteland, completely desolate. But this devil, he's basically started his rulership on the bloodshed, of many nations, but particularly the Israelites. Here in Babylon the Great, obviously dealing with the tribe of Gad and Reuben, as well as some of the other northern kingdom tribes, and then obviously the southern kingdom, the so-called Negro tribes. So this devil, man, he's got to be taken out. And this is what the Lord is coming back to do this, man. And this is what people, people are starting to, realize, that, people with some sense, Edomites included, they're starting to realize that, this devil, he's not right. And the things he's doing in the world, his lies, he's being exposed. The Lord is, uncovering their nakedness. He's making them bare, man. He's exposing them. So people are starting to see through this devil, man, and his deception and his wickedness, or his lies, and they're starting to see his wickedness. But this is Numbers 35 and 33. It reads, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it." So the only way for things to be set straight, so for only way for things to be set straight and for the land to be cleansed, which this devil has gone around throughout history, you know, doing this thing, man, committing genocide and, you know, until this day, you know, bombing certain countries, certain nations, man, for, you know, man, this devil is, that's a whole nother lesson for another day. But, you know, the only way for that land to be cleansed, man, is really, this devil got to be taken out, man. His blood has to be shed, right? And also he has to go in captivity, man. The scriptures say, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That's a revelation. So this devil got it, you know, he's going to have to pay for what's coming. These people will pay, man. And the Lord judges nations. He does, you know, he doesn't always judge, you know, on individual levels. He does, but when it comes to, you know, things done by, you know, a nation, it could be, you know, a small group of people leading a nation. The Lord deals, you know, he judges by nation, man. That's what he did with us. Because there were still Israelites, you know, trying to follow the ways of Yahweh by Shai, you know, when Jake was going off time and time again. But the Lord judged us as a nation. So this is verse 34. It reads, defile not therefore the land which ye shall inhabit, wherein I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the children of Israel. So the Lord, you know, I mean, that's a scripture that also proves who the Lord is dealing with. But in this time, man, the Lord is dealing with the elect, the house of David right now, because most of Israel, you know, is not Israel. You know, our people are, you know, as I explained before, man, they're content with this place. They have a very skewed mentality on what life is, how life is supposed to be, you know, or an outlook, I should say. They have a very messed up outlook on how life is supposed to be, man. This is not life. We're not living. Just because you have some perks here and there, and you know, you get some time to yourself to do something. You know, it could, even if it is something that's nice, that makes you feel good. This is still, you know, a very low, low way of living, man. This is a low level lifestyle. You know, we're trying to come into, not trying to, but we are coming into rulership, man, with dominion over the whole earth. You know, with blessings coming from Yahweh by Shai, man. That includes immortality, you know, and you know, just rulership, dominion over everything, man. Under, you know, in its proper order, under Yahweh Shai, King David, and the elect. But our whole nation is going to be made great, and that's what we're coming into, man. But Jake, the thought of being on top and being in power doesn't even cross our people's mind, because this is the mentality that Esau has pushed on them. Another reason this devil has to be taken out. But the earth is, you know, everything is messed up, man. Everywhere you go in the world, you know, that in most places, I should say, because some nations, you know, they don't play with you know, Esau's his philosophies, his wine. You know, in some nations they don't, you know, they're not dealing with that whatsoever. Like, you know, in Ishmael, you know, in Afghanistan and places like that, they don't play with that stuff. You know, they keep their nation in order to a degree. So, but the whole world is going to be like that soon when the Israelites come back in power. But this devil got to be taken out first, man, because the condition of the earth, you know, the earth itself and the people in it, you know, is at an all-time low. Like literally an all-time low. You know, that's not even an exaggeration. That's facts, man. That's facts. The way people think, man, the way people operate, you know, and Esau thinks he's, you know, he's so clever with his technology. But all the technology is doing is making people, you know, worse, making people less productive, lazy. You know, the technology is getting better, but what does that do to the people, man? It puts them on a lower level because they're just relying on technology, and, you know, they're not self-sufficient. And Esau wants that kind of society so he can control everything, you know, and that's coming by way of this NWO and the MOTB. And that's what he's going to try to establish. And, you know, we know that's the time we're coming into, man. And really, This lesson isn't about that, but it's gonna come up pretty much every lesson because this is the time we're in. We're in heavy times right now, heavy prophetic times. Because, you know, we see what's going on with Ukraine and Russia. You know, now the new thing, and I'm gonna make a lesson on this, but the new demic is is coming by way of these cyber attacks. That's the new buzzword now. And they're gonna use, you know, what's going on with Russia and Ukraine, and because there's a lot of propaganda, you know, dealing with that. And they're gonna use it to basically blame it on all the famine and the collapse of the dollar, you know, and all the chaos that comes to the world, and particularly Babylon the Great. They're gonna, you know, blame it on that, amongst other things. So, man, this devil gotta go. That's the point. You know, this devil gotta go. You know, anybody who is in, who wants to cling on to this place whatsoever, they're a part of the problem, man. They're a part of the problem. So as a man in his truth, or even a woman in his truth, you know, you gotta mentally, you know, it could be your loved ones that think this way too. So it's not, you know, always that easy, but you still you gotta separate, man. You gotta depart, which we're gonna get. And Salakia for all my rambling. I just wanna get these points off my chest because, you know, it's something I was meditating on. But this is Matthew 24:39. It reads, matter of fact, let me see, I want to read up on this. And this is dealing with, you know, the days of Noah, when what people didn't hearken unto the prophets, which in that time the prophet was Noah, telling them the Lord is about to flood the earth, you know, and to prepare because of the, you know, their wickedness, right? It's the same thing now. And this is how the Lord is gonna, you know, he's gonna cleanse the earth by way of fire this time, not by water. This is the second death that we're heading into, man. He's gonna do it by way of those ICBMs, you know, those nuclear missiles, man. World War III, as well as the destruction of Yahushua, you know, and the chariots that he comes with. And also by the hand of the elect, who the Lord is gonna raise up and you know, bless them with spiritual power. Lord's will be those men. So this is how it's gonna go down, man. So this is Matthew 24:30. I'll start at 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. Heaven and earth shall pass away, but my word shall not pass away. But of that day and hour knoweth no man, no, not the angels of heaven, but my Father only. So only the Heavenly Father knows the exact time, you know, when the Lord's going to return, Yahushua, you know, and then all these prophecies are going to be fulfilled. Only the Lord knows, the Heavenly Father knows the exact time. Verse 37, but as the days of Noah, which is Noah, were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking and marrying and giving in marriage until the day that Noah entered the ark. And what do you see now, man? People are excited about the lifting of the mandates. They're trying to get, you know, back into their lives. They're excited about what they're gonna do. They're planning out their summer. You know, they see what's going on because it's all over social media, but they're not concerned with it because it hasn't directly affected their lives yet. But little do they know, that's why the scriptures say the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night, because none of these people are paying attention. None of these people are paying attention, so it's going to hit them, you know, like a train. It's going to hit them as a thief in the night. You know, they're going to get caught off guard because they're not mentally and spiritually preparing for what's about to happen. And the people who are preparing, you know, physically and carnally, they're not gonna make it through either. The only ones that's gonna make it through is the elect, man, because the only way out of this thing is through wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and faith in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And people are gonna come to find that out very soon. You know, only the elect is gonna be, you know, going through that straight game, man. But this is necessary. This is what needs to happen. You know, circling back to the point. This is what needs to happen to this place, because this world is, you know, we're so used to it. So, you know, growing up, you know, even now we're still to a degree, you know, we're used to it. We're not, you know, we can operate in it. We've operated in our whole lives, So we're used to it, but coming into the understanding of the scriptures and how things are supposed to be and what the future holds for the earth and our people, we see how disgusting this place is, how perverse and wicked it is, and it vexes us. And that's the spirit you should be in. You should be vexed, like Lot in Sodom and Gomorrah. He was vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked, because this place is literally the opposite of how things are supposed to be, man. And there's statistics and everything to prove it, man. The proof is in the pudding. You look at people, man. People are stressed out all the time. They're overworked. Suicide rates are through the roof. Divorce rates through the roof. There's just so diseases everywhere. It's because of who's in rulership, man. We know that in Proverbs 29:2 it tells us when the righteous are in rulership, the people rejoice. When the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, and the wicked is ruling, and the people are mourning. So this is why the earth, it has to be cleansed, man. It has to be cleansed, and the Heavenly Father got it taken care of, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, he is the Almighty, man, the Creator. His ways higher than our ways, His thoughts higher than our thoughts, right? As the scriptures tell us. So the Lord got it taken care of, man. This is the Lord's movie. We just gotta trust and believe in Him, as members of the hopeful elect. Because these other people of the world, man, and even some of your family members, maybe your woman or whatever, they may not see it, man. They're probably not gonna see it. Some people they're not gonna get it. It's not gonna hit them until Jacob's trouble is in their face, and they see the power of the Lord and the terribleness or the terror of the Lord, in that day. So we just gotta stay focused, man. Keep your eyes single and focus on the truth, man. Scriptures tell us watch as well as pray. So we just gotta continue to do it, man, and endure until the very end. It's the only way. I think that was it on that. Yeah, Matthew 24. Yeah. No, matter of fact, I think I didn't finish it, but let's just finish it. Matthew 24 and read 38. Yeah. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also be the coming of the Son of Man. So the same way that flood came and took out, the whole world except for 8 people. That's how it's gonna be it's gonna be by way of fire, nuclear fire, and in World War III, and the Lord's chariots, as I mentioned before. But this time it's gonna be the elect, which includes, the elect is the remnant of Israel, which includes the 144,000, which is gonna be the governing body in the kingdom of heaven under Yahweh Shai, and He's going to preserve these elites of these other nations for slavery. That's the only people who is going to make it through. Right? So, man, the Lord is coming to bring terror on the earth, man. This thing's about to get real. But we want it to, because we understand this place needs to go. And this is how the Lord said it's going to happen. So we're with it, man. 100% with it. No matter how hard it may be. See, that's faith, man. You got to have faith in the Lord. You got to have that faith. Right, so let's see. I had other scriptures lined up. Yeah, okay. I'm going to get, I'll read these scriptures off because the point is made, but I'll just read these scriptures off to drive it home. This is Psalms 82:5. It reads, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness." That's the people of this world. They don't understand and see the problem with a lot of these things, Even if they, some people may see certain problems with certain things, but they don't have the spiritual understanding to really see how significant it really is. All the foundations of the earth are out of course, right? All the foundations, man, that's everything. The earth itself, is mourning. The earth, these devils drilling holes into the earth, man. All the concrete and, they are stripping the earth of its oil. They've done so many things to the earth, man. messing with the weather, but even, with the people, man. All these unrighteous decrees they push on the people. People are confused about gender. And that's how you know the kingdom is falling and its time is up. Feminism, which has caused the relationship between men and women to be, unbearable. There's good relationships, of course. There's relationships that brothers even have that are good and whatnot, but there's still stats to prove that these things have been, greatly affected, man. Suicide rates are through the roof, homelessness. And it's because the way this devil governs the earth, man, he's not fit to rule. So everything on the earth is out of course, man. Everything. Because of who's in rulership. So this is Zephaniah 3:1. It reads, "Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city." We know where that is, man. We know where that is. "She obeyed not the voice. She received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord. She drew not near to her God." So these devils, man, they swear on the scriptures, or they swear in on the scriptures, and they don't abide by none of the laws that's written in the scriptures because, they're the wicked, man. They're not going to be with the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And this a very, this way of life, starting with Babylon the Great, is very, it's oppressive, man. It's just very oppressive. You work until you die. You're paying bills all the time. Most people live in check to check. It's an oppressive way of living because this is the way they set things up. And it's really out of greed because they want to control everything and have all the riches. That's how you get that 1%. And that's wicked, man. Only the devil would set up, have a setup like that in ruling. There should never be, with all the money they have, there shouldn't be that many homeless people, man. Shouldn't be millions of homeless people. But this is the devil we're dealing with, man. So this is, again, why the Lord or the earth needs a cleanse. The Lord needs to come back, which he will, because it is written, to destroy this place and redeem us out of it, man, because we look for a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness, man. That's what the elect is looking for. Matter of fact, let's get that. Let's grab that. I have one more precept, but let's grab that before I get it. And this is 2 Peter. We'll start at 12. 2 Peter 3:12. It reads, "Looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens begin on fire shall dissolve, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat." That's dealing with those nuclear missiles, man. Because this is how the Lord is gonna, go about doing the second death. That's how he's gonna destroy America. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise that we is dealing with the elect, look for new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. So this is what we're looking forward to, man. And if you're not looking forward to the kingdom of heaven, which is the new heavens and the new earth, then you're a part of the problem. And more than likely, the Lord is going to end up judging you, man. And we're the hopeful elect, so we don't know if we're saved. We don't know, if we're going to make it through, but we're doing our best to do what the elect is doing, or doing what the elect was written to be doing. We're trying our best, man. And we've repented from our old ways. Most of our people haven't. So, right, and this is, and to land back off that point, this is the last piece I'll grab. This is Micah 2:10. It reads, "Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Arise ye and depart." Depart meaning what? Meaning separate yourself and leave behind the old ways, of yourself and the ways of this world. Why? Because it says, because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction. Right, man. Wickedness is evil. Wickedness it destroys you. Wickedness it leads to death. And this is what this world, breeds, man. Everything about this world, the ways of this world, it leads to death, in some form or fashion, because it's wickedness, man. Everything in this world is pretty much laced with just wickedness. So we're to arise and depart, man. Not meaning literally get up and just leave America or wherever what city you're at or country you're at. You know, it means, you know, mentally take yourself out of the ways of the world. You know, don't be attached and consumed with the ways of the world and indulge in, you know, all the wickedness that's going on, man. Turn to the ways of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. You know, because that's the only way we're getting out of this thing, man. And people are going to see this very soon. Very soon, the Lord is going to make it known to everybody, you know, who he is, you know, who had the truth and who his elect are. Right? So this place is destroying, you know, the rulership is destroying the earth, you know, the people, you know, so it needs a cleanse, man. And this is what the Lord is coming to do very soon, man. You know, Yahweh Ratazah, it's this year. But, you know, as we read, man, no man knows the hour nor the time or the day. Right? So just continue to endure, man, and the Lord's word is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, Shalom, and Kwan Yasharala.
Because the Lord is going to restore everything. You're going to have a total different vibration on the earth, a total different smell. You're not going to be walking down the street and smell shit and piss, you know, and no foul odors or nothing like that, because the lungs of the earth are going to be given back to it, which is all these trees and all of these flowers, and it's going to be a whole total different vibration. You know, you're going to see the aura and how things are going to change and how elevated things are going to be. Our senses are going to be heightened, you know. Everything about us is going to be glorified.
Therefore thy gates shall be open continually. They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary. And I will make the place of my feet glorious. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yea, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller is come up against us.
Because the Lord is going to restore everything. You're going to have a total different vibration on the earth, a total different smell. You're not going to be walking down the street and smell shit and piss, you know, and no foul odors or nothing like that, because the lungs of the earth are going to be given back to it, which is all these trees and all of these flowers, and it's going to be a whole total different vibration. You know, you're going to see the aura and how things are going to change and how elevated things are going to be. Our senses are going to be heightened, you know. Everything about us is going to be glorified.
How about Shai?